Alright, trails to walk. Starter. Let's continue on with the Reams group then. March 17th, Heimdall Central Station. The kid playing hopscotch or leapfrog over there.
We're finally here.
Oh, is it just Altina and, Ash? Where'd the other three go?
Damn, is it 10 already?
Sure is. Heimdall's pretty far from Ymir.
Our next target shall be the muck and mire that gathers in the Vermilion City.
The Vermilion City C mentioned can only be Heimdall.
Makes sense.
But the capital is gigantic. We're going to need some way to narrow our search radius.
If you ask me, the racecourse in the Garnier district seems suspicious.
No, they don't. You just want to gamble.
Do they now?
I know. I'll save having fun till our work's done.
I'd be happy to take you anywhere you like once we've ensured Prince Olivert is safe.
Sounds good.
As long as it's not the kind of shady businesses I know you want to go to.
I gotcha. Can't very well go to him in uniform.
Hey, look at Ash finally showing some responsibility and not ruining the school's cred. Good for you, Ash.
That's not the problem here, Ash.
We can go for dessert though, right?
And you're no better, Altina.
Of course. It'll be on me, even.
Oh, you meant after. Yeah, okay. Should have figured. Anyway.
Just focus on the investigation first. Let's start with Lady Arie, since she's agreed to speak with us.
To the training hall in the Leica district we go then.
Alright, where did the others go? Reams Route Act 2, Vermilion Muck and Mire. The morning after learning from Major Claire of Crossbow's occupation, we set about discussing how we should act. We also established contact with all the members of Class 7 that we could to inform them of the situation. First, there was the matter of Crossbow itself. We knew from the Major's intel that it was under the control of the former Governor General and his Ebon Defense Force. Anxiety over the region's welfare gnawed at us, but as it had been isolated from the outside world, we had no way to learn more. Indeed, there was little we could do on that front for the time being. Then there was the matter of the search for Prince Olivert and his wife. Their whereabouts remain unknown. Furthermore, the Round of Seven system we had used to stay in touch over the long distances relied on an artifact stored on the Courageous 2. And with the airship stolen, that method of communication was lost to us. Our only clue, then, was the message sent to the Intelligence Division by C. Vague as it was, the information was undoubtedly our best lead in unraveling the mystery of the prince's disappearance. With hope on the horizon, we set up about dividing ourselves into several groups. Major Claire and Yuna agreed to head east to get a handle on the situation in Crossbell. Meanwhile, Lord Mateus and Kurt would head west and rendezvous with the students of the Vayner School. Muse volunteered to return to the branch campus to meet up with the principal and her fellow students, as well as seek help from other sources. The others would all find ways to play to their strengths in aiding our cause. Meanwhile, I was to bring Altina and Ash with me to Heimdall to follow the trail left to us by C's message. Okay.
That is basically our situation as it stands. His Excellency also asked us to tell you that he hopes you'll be able to look after the hall in his extended absence.
Thank you for updating me on everything going on.
Who is this again? Oh, right. Kurt's mom.
It's the least we could do. Your husband did a lot for us.
Like throwing one of our students, your son, off a cliff.
More like put us through the goddamn ringer.
I like Ash's assessment better.
All while shrugging off our attacks like we were nothing more than a bunch of buzzing mosquitoes. He sent Kurt flying off a cliff, too. I found him quite terrifying.
Yeah, that's just like my husband.
I do hope he didn't leave you with any lasting trauma. Still, his is a measured hand. If he came at you that fiercely, he trusted you could handle it. I hope you can understand that he only did what he did because he saw potential in all of you.
We do. Don't worry. Yeah, could tell he wasn't acting with any ill will. If anything, I'm the one with a reputation of being a stern disciplinarian around here. Oh boy. I don't want to know more. Based on how often I see my students quake at the knees, I'd wager they fear me more than my husband. We caught wind of that when we were here for one of our field exercises. Kurt's got some monster parents. Surprised the guy ain't half Tomartian or something. In the time I spent with him, it was clear there was much more to him than his stern presence on the battlefield. He was kind enough to share some wisdom with me, too. Was he now? He's a man of few words, so that's very unusual. I can't picture that happening at all. Same here. Please don't speak rudely about the man in front of his wife, you two. Don't worry, I appreciate their honesty. Still, I'm glad to see that you all seem even more united as a class than you did when you were last here. Do continue to look after my Kurt, won't you? Of course. We would even if we weren't asked to. And if he wants help getting into the good kind of trouble, I'm his guy. Getting back to why we're here. Has anything out of the ordinary happened in the capital recently? The students who are here have split up across Erebonian to search for information on Prince Oliver's whereabouts. As such, I'm not as well informed on the situation here in Heimdall as I would be. But there is one thing I feel is worth mentioning. What is that? It feels as though there are more people coming and going than there should be. Especially given how there are no festivals or celebrations here around this time of year. It's making the capital feel more restless than usual, differently from how it did during the summer festival. It's as though there's something stagnant in the air. I'll be glad to not have to deal with any more Calvert spies like that at the festival, that's for sure. But stagnant air is all you're gonna get in this city to begin with. You feel anything out of whack, Schwarzer? Not especially, if I'm honest. I'm guessing it's a relatively slight difference, ma'am. Yes, it may even just be my imagination. You've lived in Heimdall for a long time. If something feels amiss to you, it likely is. We'll keep that in mind as we investigate. I'm sorry I can't provide you with any more concrete information. There is one thing I can do, however. I'd like to introduce you to someone dependable to aid your investigation. Oh? Well, I say introduce, but you in particular know her very well. I do? She should be here any moment now. Ah, there we are.
May I come in?
Oh, Elise.
I think I know who that is.
I suspected as much.
You did? How?
By all means.
Oh, because she's a regular here as well, duh, with the school being here. Elise Schwarzer.
Elise.
Hello, everyone. It's good to see you all again.
What up?
The same to you.
So she's our little helper, huh?
Indeed. Sister Doreen, friend to Princess Alphen, and head of St. Astraya's student council. The noble Elise Schwarzer herself.
Everyone, a round of applause.
The princess and Muse have already apprised me of the situation. So I spoke with Lady Aurier and volunteered to aid you upon your arrival. I apologize if my behavior strikes you as meddlesome, but I am certain that I will be able to aid you in your investigation. You do know more about the capital than any of us.
Yep. Oh, what are you so against the idea, Foreen?
You're not coming, and that's final.
Oh, dang.
But
Out comes the big water.
Okay, you didn't need to phrase it like that.
There's still far too much we don't know about the situation here. Given that our enemies pilfered the name of the Imperial Liberation Front, we could very well be dealing with terrorists. Involving a civilian in this would be downright irresponsible.
So I'm just a civilian, am I?
Uh-oh.
Just a no-good student without a mote of power to her name?
Careful what words you say next, Dream.
That's not what I'm trying to...
Oh, I think it is. But even leaving that aside, your blunt dismissal misses an important point.
And what point is that?
That the situation at hand doesn't relate to me. When I am Princess Alphen's dearest friend.
Fair enough.
But that is that, and this is... this.
As we speak, she is racked with worry over her brother's well-being. Yet, as the matter is confidential, she has to feign a smile and act as though everything is normal. She cannot cast her responsibilities aside and aid in the search herself either. And because she cannot, I will do so in her place. If I just sit by idly while she suffers in silence and do nothing to alleviate her burden, I won't be fit to call myself her friend ever again.
Care to respond, Reed?
Elise.
Looks like you lose this one, Schwarzer.
You realize both of them are Schwarzer in this context.
If I may, I think you would do well to put your trust in her here. Her skill with a rapier is formidable.
Oh, she's gonna be an active party member this time? I mean, I know she was in Cold Steel 2 for all of, 2 seconds, but...
That may be so, but...
I have toiled long and hard to master the art of fencing passed down through our family. Of late, I have even grown under Lady Aurier's tutelage.
How have you now? Look forward to seeing what you can do.
And far from letting my pen rest while my sword hand improves, I have overcome many a challenge as student council president. I am no longer a cowering child in need of your protection, dear brother.
Dang.
All right. Ash called this one right. You win.
Then...
We'll be glad to have your assistance. But if things get dangerous, I want you to do as I say. Deal?
Deal!
Aw.
I wish you all well in your investigation. Please, do be careful. Should I catch wind of anything you hear, I'll let you know immediately.
Sounds good.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Then let us set off. I will do my best not to overextend myself and leave you all to carry the burden. But please, if you are truly in need, I hope you won't hesitate to tell me. For even I possess a strength that you can lean on.
Thanks. It's good to know you've got my back.
And the feeling is mutual.
Alright. Elise Schwarzer. The daughter of House Schwarzer, Reen's younger sister and Princess Alphene's best friend. She excels in her post as St. Astarier's student council president. Alright. What skills do you have, Elise? Fragrant Garden. Confused 100%. Wow. Performs a series of elegant slashes that resembles the petals of a flower. Swallowtail, an impede move. Launches a shockwave from a sweeping forceful slash. Holy Squall. Restores 50% HP, cures ailments and stat down. Nice. Prays to Adios to summon a healing rain down upon allies. And then Pure Serenity. Strength, ATS, and speed boost for 4 turns. Nice. Focuses one's spirit like the clear surface of water, raising one's power. And your order is recover 15% HP, CP up 15, and 50% evasion up for 8 turns. Nice. Alright. So where to next? Let's see, what to do next. We have to meet up with the rest of our friends who've come to the capital, but there's still plenty of time before our scheduled gathering. No point in rushing then. Shall we patrol the districts and gather some intelligence? That way we can meet with the others along the way. Given your familiarity with the area, that certainly sounds like the most efficient plan. That reminds me, apparently the violin nerd we're supposed to meet up with is from here. Right. Elliot hasn't been on tour, so he's been working in the city. Machias is from the capital too. Machias, Elisa, Toa, and Sharon. I hope they're doing alright. I'm sure they are. For now, let's focus on what we can do. You're right, Reen. Alright. Saw something over at the museum, so might as well go take a look.
Should we check the Imperial Museum while we're here?
Wouldn't hurt to poke our noses inside. My old upperclassman might even be on shift.
Oh yeah, forgot about her. Here we are, the Imperial Museum. There don't seem to be many visitors today.
If it isn't Reen. Haven't seen you around here since the branch campus's field exercises.
I know, right?
Hey, Dorothy. Good to see you. How's work been treating you?
You still into the, I don't even know what you would call it, man-on-man romance novels?
Pretty good, all things considered. Actually, my publisher's been pushing me to become a full-time author after how well my latest novel sold.
Oh wow, good for you.
But I like my work as a curator too, so I don't think I'm ready to quit just yet.
That's great. Always nice to have options.
And there's the other reason I don't want to go into full-time writing. I'd probably become a total shut-in. I'd miss out on all this. I find the best way to seek inspiration is to observe daily life. People watching, so to speak. Why, as I was on my way home from work the other day, I spotted a budding flower at the nearby cafe that caught my eye. My mind went wild imagining the experiences that could end the precarious final days of his youth. What the? Well, that's dark, as you say with a cheerful smile on your face. I can't keep doing this. My nose is going to bleed all over my blouse again at this rate. Why does that turn you on? What? It's no wonder why Her Highness sees you as a kindred spirit. Oh yeah, I forgot she was also into this stuff. Oh god. Oh, and it's good to see you again, Ash. I've been wanting to give you an update about the joint publication between our old literature club and yours. All that's left to gather is a collection of poems by none other than yourself. Tatiana and I haven't given up hope that you'll submit them yet. Oh yeah, I forgot he was part of the, like... Was it a literature club? I thought it was more like a reading club. And Tatiana was sort of close to Ash. Lay off, will ya? Told you I'll do it if I feel like it. It's only a matter of time before he gives in. No doubt. So what brings you all to the capital today? Does this have something to do with that Ebon Defense Force group that occupied Crossbell? It doesn't seem like she's heard anything about Prince Olivert and Lady Shara. It'd be weird if she did. Yeah, something like that. By the way, is it just me, or are there fewer visitors here than normal? You noticed? Actually, the museum put a restriction on the number of visitors allowed at once recently. Something came up that has us concerned. Oh, great. Now what? Concerned? What do you mean? You remember the museum is connected to a tunnel that leads to the Heimdall's catacombs, right? You've been hearing what sounds like voices coming from that direction lately. It's kind of scary. I would imagine. Do you think it could be monsters? Maybe, but if anything, it sounds more like a ghost. Something completely unnatural. I dusted off my old Orbital staff to take a look down there before, but I didn't come across any sign of monsters. A ghost, huh? You expect us to believe that bullshit? Yes, Ash, considering we fought one multiple times, and they possessed my friends, and they're a pain in the backside to deal with. might I remind you that we experienced monsters and a magic knight down there already? Not to mention, this was the spot the dark dragon's nest appeared before the Great Twilight. Something abnormal happening again isn't out of the question. Come to think of it, Instructor Sarah told us she dropped by here a couple weeks ago. I wasn't here at the time, but the head curator told me as much. There apparently was a break-in, so she came to investigate. I don't think it has anything to do with the noises we've been hearing, though. How do you figure that? Perhaps, but it wouldn't hurt to keep it in mind. We should begin our investigation soon. I did put a formal request in with the guild already, but I guess they're swamped with other things right now. They said it'll be a while before they can get around to it. That's a shame, but I'm not surprised that they would be busy. Right, but we can't afford to just let this situation go unchecked. Would you mind if we looked into it, Dorothy? Not at all. We would really appreciate it. Man, this is going to be a pain in the ass, but I guess it's better than letting this place get done in by a poltergeist or something. Whether this case is paranormal or not, I think this will be worth our time. I agree. There's a possibility that we could discover something that pertains to our current investigation. In that case, you should take this. Receive the museum basement key. It's just over there, to the left of the main exhibition. Thank you, and do be careful. We will be. Oh. Pride trampled. Mina sobs and wrings arms at the news that our home has had its freedoms taken yet again. But once she's done, she lifts her head, determined to keep fighting. Dorothy is hopeful that Ash will submit a collection of delicate poems for the joint publication between Literature Club members from over the years. A curator at the Imperial Museum and a Thoris graduate. The former president of the Literature Club, her imagination still runs wild. That's an understatement. Alright, down we go.
Ready.
My word. Real accurate info there, Four Eyes. Didn't she say she couldn't find any monsters? That just means the situation has gotten worse since Dorothy checked. And I don't think these are your average kind of monsters. I've seen this type of creature in the past. An evil fairy. Undoubtedly a type of demon. Just as we expected then. I don't know if it's because of them, but I feel a chill on my skin. That just speaks to how powerful the spiritual presence here is. Somehow, though, I don't think these demons are the only reason for this. And they've noticed our presence. Let's keep our guards up and take care of these things.
Everyone ready?
That's a lot of them. They have a high chance of confuse. What arts do you have? Oh, a lot of water. Okay. Honestly, since they're so affected by confuse, let's see what you can do, Elise.
Here I come. Prepare yourselves.
That's a lot of petals.
Get it. Fragrant good.
Is that a swordswoman or a ballerina?
Sure.
Fancy footwork there. Now we get to just watch them beat the crap out of each other. Oh, come on,
Let's go.
Elise. Or not Elise, Altina. Oh,
Engaging.
forgot. With confused, they can still attack you. Come on, Altina.
Here I go.
It's my turn.
There we go.
That's the power of the 8 leaves.
Elise is even a level higher than us. Okay. Combat situation resolved. It looks like there are still more. It could be that they'll just keep coming endlessly. And that spiritual presence is as strong as ever. Whatever. They're all small fry to me. But I suppose your little sis ain't too bad, Schwarzer. Beautiful fencing, powerful arts, and precise support. There's no way you learned all that at St. Arce. Not Orsay. Astoray? I don't know. Correct. I belong to no club, either. In my case, the rapier skills father taught me serve as the basis of my fighting technique. And when I was younger, Reen tutored me as well. I see. You said as much at the dojo earlier, but you grew up in the perfect environment. She even took lessons from Master Cafe with me before. And then on top of that, she's been trained by the store watcher too. Honestly, you could describe Elise's style as entirely unique to her. Please, you exaggerate. Damn, you ain't Schwarzer's little sis for nothing. Is this the voice of Dorothy mentioned? It's coming from deeper within. Oh. What the heck is that? It's totally different from before. Is this an aberration? I swear I saw something resembling Flormora grass for a second. This pressure is immense. This thing's completely different from what we fought so far. A hostile spiritual being. It's my first time seeing one like this. Well, don't admire it right now. It's like the deep-seated grudge of a sorcerer from the Dark Ages made manifest. Either way, it's clear this thing is the source of our problems. Then we just gotta whoop its ass. Easy. Class 7 impresses as always. I must be careful not to hold you all back. We've got 4 on our side, the absolute bare minimum. Looks like the enemy doesn't plan on leaving. If we want to be absolutely sure we can beat it, we should probably fight it with everyone together. Okay. Guess it wouldn't hurt to have everyone here, especially since they'll get the experience from it, so we'll back off for now. Alright, let's try these fruitful pancakes. You have anything? Just the fruitful pancakes. Restores 9,500 HP, strength defense up medium for 2 turns. Nice. Okay. What do we have in here? A Mishi music box. Strength plus 40, accuracy plus 100, delay plus 4. I'll grab 1 for now. Put that to Ash. Oh yeah, I've got equipment from everyone else who left. Freeze, Petrify, Faint. Give that to you, because you may have... Oh yeah, you definitely have stuff to prevent stats. And then prevent Seal on Ash. Okay, let's head on out. Okay, I could go to Mater Park, Drykel's Plaza, and Banneker Street. Let's start at the park, I guess. Mater Park. Oh, I think I see some Thor students down there.
Mater Park is a popular spot to relax and unwind.
Don't I know it? I've taken some good-ass naps here. Oh, and there he is.
Oh, there's Elliot.
His music is always so beautiful.
Finding him sure didn't take long, huh?
Well, when he's playing his flute, it normally doesn't. Ooh, freshly squeezed juice. Restores 10,000 HP, restores 10 HP for 2 turns. Ooh, regen, nice.
For how tranquil this place usually is, I can't help but always think of when the ILF made a mess of it.
I remember being terrified when the princess and I were kidnapped at the time, but it feels like more a distant memory now.
I know, right? That was back in...
Every story I hear about you reminds me how strong a person you truly are.
That was back in Cold Steel 1. This is quite the crowd. There's his tune. Not bad. Let's go get a better view. I don't know if we could have given a better performance. It may have been our best one yet. But there's always room for improvement. Elliot Craig.
I think I'm with them on this one. It's not often our ensemble comes together this perfectly.
You got me there. I don't think we had a single note out of sync, did we? Nope. We were all feeling it to the point where it felt natural to play as one. I think you two were so into it that you forgot we had an audience. And not sure I should be proud of losing myself like that. But when it's just you and the music, there's no better feeling in the world. Well, I'll give you a pass this time. As long as our audience was happy, and that's all that really matters. And they were very happy. You know, we wouldn't be having moments like these at all if not for you two. Yeah, if you hadn't showed up when you did. That experience gave me a real wake-up call on just how much power music can have. Oh yeah, this was back in... I think this was back in, Wait, is this back in Ash's hometown or is this in Heimdall? It's up to us to decide how to use that power, be it for good or for ill. I regret what we decided last year. I can't believe we tried to take such a beautiful thing and twist it to inspire war. What were we thinking? Whatever it was, it's in the past now. Exactly. You're back to your old selves now, right? A good thing, too, because today wouldn't have gone nearly as well without you. Yeah, I could never dream of being how I was. Now we can take what we've learned and focus on bettering both ourselves and the world as musicians. You almost make it sound like you'll be flying circles around me if I don't pick up the slack. Then we'll just have to keep up the pace. Oops, got sidetracked. I spotted a few familiar faces among the audience and meant to say hello sooner. Oh, yeah, your friends from Thorsel, right? We should say hello together. Yeah, let's go.
Sorry for making you wait, but I'm glad you stuck around for the show.
Sounded really good.
What'd you think? No need to be polite. Tell us how we really did.
I thought it was brilliant. You were in perfect harmony with one another.
I was genuinely speechless.
Yeah, almost hurts that I wasn't able to catch the start of it.
I'll take that.
We thought we did well too, but it's nice hearing it wasn't just in our heads. Sorry if it feels like we dragged you over our way. Is this the first time you've seen each other as a whole? Oh no, we had a class reunion not too long ago. We just hadn't had a chance to play together in ages. We couldn't pass it up with all of us being in Heimdall now. The Reverie company started up a small orchestra, and I couldn't resist applying since I used to work there. Then Ron and Morris joined it too, so here we are. Huh, I didn't know they started one. I imagine you have to be top-notch to be accepted. Yeah, it wasn't easy getting accepted, let me tell you. But hey, you can't let Elliot show us up all the time, so it's worth the hustle. Makes sense? I'm just glad you found a way to keep playing music that makes you happy. And the thing that made me happy is the four of us going on tour together in the future, so I hope we can. Really? Consider my bag's already packed. Did you guys just forget what we were talking about? Elliot can do what he likes, but we have to work around the orchestra schedule. I'm sure we can figure something out, though. By the way, I wasn't expecting to see Elise with you. How are you? I'm doing well, thank you. Your classes are sorely missed. I haven't done that many, but that's still nice of you to say. What, you a teacher? I think the girls mentioned that to me, come to think of it. You're a music teacher at St. Astaria, correct? Provisional, but yeah. Still learning the ropes to showing the ropes, but it's been a lot of fun so far. I can't believe you get an instruct at an all-girls school too. But don't make it weird, dude. Elliot always manages to luck out in life, huh? I wish I could lecture at St. Astaria. Just once would be enough. I hope you never will if you think he's lucking out. Oh, is that the time? We should probably get going. Revelt wants us to start rehearsing at their flagship store. Yeah, we'll see you guys around. Have fun with the rest of your time in Heimdall. I'll make sure they do. Hope rehearsal goes well. See you later. Well, guess it's time we got started. I managed to gather some useful information. That was fast. Where from? I spoke to a few fans and hit up some connections at the Music Academy. It seems the Imperial Army soldiers have been spotted in town a lot more than usual these days. And whatever they're meeting up here for, it's not on the docket. That is suspicious. I called Dad to see if he knew anything about it, but no luck there. Sounds like the princess' disappearance is top secret even when you go pretty high up. I have the feeling he knew something, though, just that he wasn't sharing. It's very odd for soldiers to be having secret meetings while in uniform. It's possible they're foreign spies disguising themselves as soldiers. But I don't see what they would stand to gain from their actions. Yeah, I don't think it's that deep. Wouldn't shock me if they were still in uniform while off the clock because they were short on time. Something bothering you, Elise? There is, but I'd like to get my thoughts in order a little more before sharing. Oh, alright then. All we got now is something that smells fishy. Lady Aria's instincts were absolutely onto something, yeah. It's too early to say for certain if any of this is related to C. But we should keep that at the back of our minds just in case. The investigation continues then. Yeah, let's keep our eyes peeled. Elliot joins the party. Da 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 da. The son of an Imperial Army general and up-and-upcoming musician is starting to make a name for himself with his incredible musical talent. Let's head on out then. Let's go to Drykel's Plaza. Drykel's Plaza. Alright. What do we got? Well, there's Milliam and Eustace.
The Emperor and Empress must be worried sick.
Princess Elphin has tried to put on a brave face at school, but deep down...
The sooner we can find him, the sooner everyone can rest easy.
Right. Let me know what I can do to help.
Alright, let's meet up with Eustace and Milliam then.
That was so good!
Did Bleeding Eustace drive his cash, Milliam?
All right, we can officially cross Drykel's Plaza off the list. I'm ready to hit up the next spot.
There's no need to be in such a rush.
Good to see you've not lost your enthusiasm, Milliam.
How do you still have space in your stomach for more?
My poor wallet.
You insult me, Eustace. I need to try all the capital's mouth-watering morsels. I can't throw in the towel this early.
Aren't you, like, from here or used to be around here? Haven't you tried everything already?
You need to sample them all without eating more than your body mass in one sitting.
Says you. I'm still growing. I gotta eat.
Growing up has less to do with regular consumption and more to do with acting like an adult.
Bazinga.
Oh, hey guys.
Hey, what's up? Eustace Alberea. And Milliam Orion.
Counter-argument to that, by the way.
Yeah?
If you want me to start acting like an adult, then you've got to start treating me like it.
That's not how anything works.
How's a girl supposed to feel big without being called a big sister?
Oh boy. This ought to be a fun conversation.
Counter-argument to your counter-argument. That makes no sense.
Yes, it does. Don't be mean.
I didn't expect you all to come this early. I see Elliot is already with you. Yeah, we just met up earlier. We were going around gathering info when we happened to see you here. Elise wanted to help us out too, so that's why she's here. I'll do my best not to trouble you. I don't think there's any chance of that. You'll be a fine help. If you need anything, just lean on me. Thank you, I will. I think anyone can tell Elise is going to be a more reliable asset than you here. Rude! Seeing them at the stall together takes me back to the summer festival. How was that only a few short months ago? It feels like so much longer. Well, that does happen when war breaks out and the fate of the world hangs in the balance, but I can't imagine Yusuf saw what Rufus is doing coming either. It has to be weighing heavily on him. But at least he has Milliam to help take his mind off of it. Oh, the look on Tina's face gets me. Oh my god. Come on! Give Big Sissy some love. Why'd you say it like that? Please remove yourself from around my neck. But we haven't seen each other in forever. It's barely been 2 weeks. That's 2 whole weeks! She whines, but she's not trying to escape. Yeah. This is how it always is with them now. Hey, do you want to try some gelato or ice cream from one of the stalls? I'll treat you. The milk ice cream is super rich and tasty. I'll pass. I need to leave room for lunch. You're never gonna grow any bigger if you only eat the bare minimum, Tilly. I've gained another rig on you since our last update. At this rate, you're gonna need heels to get anywhere close to my height. How tall you are is not a competition, ladies. But then again, I am older, so maybe I've earned it. Is she going to get some ice? Oh, jeez. 1 ice cream cone, please, with 5 scoops. Okay. Remember when I said about it not being a competition? And also, what about, like, being the adult in the room and saving room and not giving yourself a stomachache? You're only allowed 3 scoops maximum. Then I'll take 3, but I'd appreciate it if you made them as big as possible. She really doesn't want to lose this thing they've got going on, huh? At least they're bonding in their own way. Anyway, were you guys gathering intel or just on a date? We were not standing idly, and we were certainly not on a date. We've been looking into the flow of goods in the capital. That would explain why you were visiting multiple shops and stalls. What have you learned then? Well, it seems like there's a lot of groups buying stuff in bulk lately. All kinds of stuff too. Food, ornaments. It's almost like they're getting ready for something. That is unusual. I could get panic buying in response to Crossbill's occupation, but lately implies before that. Yeah, the war's over and winter's still far off, so I can't be stocking up for the weather. Then why? The buyers themselves are suspicious sorts. When we started looking into them in detail, we discovered they were either startups or foreign. That, and they all appear to exist in name only. That only adds to the mystery. Oh, you're already done with your ice cream? Wasn't it good? Well, yes. I have to admit that... We're not here to discuss ice cream. If the buyers exist in name only, could we be dealing with cases of fraud? Actually, no. The transactions are legitimate. The sellers received their money, and the goods were dispatched. The only significant mystery is that there is no record of where any of these goods ended up. The intelligence division has tried tracking some of these orders, but they just got forwarded all over the place before disappearing along with other orders like this. They may have had better luck if they marked an order from the moment it's placed, but alas. Right, by the time they realize they're dealing with another one of these, the transaction is already long done. So do we think whoever's doing this has gathered all the stuff they needed by now? Probably. It sounds as though we're dealing with some very skilled criminals. Perhaps the Reborn Imperial Liberation Front is hoarding supplies? What is it? Nothing worthy of note. I was just wondering if it perhaps may lead to Crossbill's new Supreme Leader instead. Well, it could. True. I just can't not fathom why my brother would be so foolish. I can, he was always a moron. I thought he finally learned his lesson. It makes no sense to me either. I haven't known him for that long, even if we were both Ironbloods. But after we beat him in Familiar Fortress, he seemed pretty much done. I think we were all under that same impression. Either way, speculating on what he's trying to do serves us no purpose in the now. Regardless of his reasons, I'll be sure to right his wrongs as his brother. I'm sorry you're going through this, Eustace. And he's kind of used to it at this point. Right now, our primary focus isn't him, but the missing prince and princess. That doesn't mean we can afford to turn a blind eye to Crossbell, mind. I'm just not sure where the crisis there and their disappearance are connected in any way. But whatever the answer is, when our focus inevitably turns to him, we won't be alone in confronting him. So don't try running off alone, alright? Don't worry, I wouldn't dare. I'm well aware that there's only so much I can do alone. Good, because your friends are here to help you in times of need, and you definitely need us here. We're always here for you, Eustace. Well then, should we get back to gathering information? That would be wise. The more we can find, the better. Then let's go, go, go! Me and the little bunny's ready to go. Indeed, we can't let the rest of Class 7 be the only ones working hard. And I'll be here for whatever you need. Altina snacks on ice cream while hoping it will one day make her taller than Milliam. Their bond as sisters has become readily apparent. Eustace, the second son of House Alberea of the Four Great Houses. He acts as Duke for his father and brother, the latter being Crossbell's former Governor General. Milliam Orion, an Oz-series homunculus with a friendly, innocent air about her. She operates under the code name White Rabbit for the Imperial Intelligence Division. Again, that should be all I need from here, so let's go to the final place before we head back down to the museum basement. Banneker Street. Banneker Street. Okay, the nomadic coat. Well, it does give it evasion plus 10. That would be nice. Although for some, it's a downgrade. Yeah, sure. I'll grab 3. Grab a energy bandana as well. Ah, well, if it isn't everyone from Thor's. If I remember correctly, he's Wayne's father. Hello, it's good to see you. Looks like you're patrolling the capital. Is everything okay? As you can see, things are peaceful as ever. Even the tourists have returned. There haven't been any big incidents as of late. Well, other than the Crossbell situation making the front page news. Yes. Instructor. Yeah, it doesn't seem like the military police have been informed of the situation with His Highness or C's proclamation. So everything really is being kept under wraps then. Thank you for speaking with us. If anything changes, please let us know. But of course. I assume this is part of your special ops. Good luck, everyone. Okay.
Business as usual here, even with the prince gone MIA.
The information blackout will only last for so long. We need to find a lead soon.
Agreed. We'll need to give this place a thorough look.
Alright. Who do we've got in here? Ah, the two twin sisters from Thor's. Well, if it isn't Class 7. I had no idea you guys were in the capital. Hey, missed you guys. We weren't expecting to run into the two of you here either. Oh, is this a bad time? Everyone here looks really busy. Don't worry about that. I was just in the mood for a break anyway. Besides, there's no better way to get hot scoops than talking to you, Reen. Although, I'm guessing your sister would have plenty of goss to share too, being the student council president and all. Oh, I wouldn't be so sure about that. Oh, and I'm definitely asking to interview you at some point, Ash, so keep an eye out for that. I think we all know what that will be about. Can't we just drop that? So what if I shot the king? That doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, I think that one's gonna stick with you. Either way, I think we've made you stand for long enough. There's some chairs for meetings and the like over there. Why don't we go sit down? If you don't mind me asking, what brings you here anyway, Lind? I thought you were still doing your research over at St. Ursula. Well, I guess... Thank goodness you're not over there anymore. I am, technically. After I finished helping out at the branch campus, I started another year of studying Crossbell. But while I was here in Heimdall for a training session, Crossbell got occupied, so here I am. That would explain it. So obviously, she decided to come spend some time with her favoriteest sister in the world. She's helping us with clerical work as a part-timer right now. Is there no other hospitals or anything that would, that she could work for or needs help? Huh. Well, ain't your company a bunch of bleeding hearts? Well, even if they said no, I was just gonna make her pretend to be me. Either way, I win. Yeah, don't think I forgot that prank you played on me and, when we were classmates. Sounds very illegal. I wouldn't put it past her for a second, though. Still, I don't think anyone saw this coming. The former Governor General suddenly declaring himself Supreme Leader of Crossbell? That's a shocker. The craziness you saw when you came in here is everyone trying to get a special issue ready about it all. Still, it's somewhat strange how little the general population has been reacting to the news. Everyone seems shockingly calm. I've been getting that impression during my time in the capital too. I imagine it's due in part to the fact that no one is able to communicate with anyone over in Crossbell. Maybe that lack of immediacy is keeping the reality of this situation from sinking in. Has the Chronicle conducted any opinion polls on the issue? We sure have. And I gotta say, I was surprised by what people thought the Empire should do in light of all this. Most people responded that we should try to avoid any major conflicts. That is somewhat surprising. Given the recent history of Erebonia, I would have assumed people would respond more belligerently. Maybe people are finally just sick of war. That would be my take as well. The Battle of Jormungand may have only lasted one entire day, but the economic toll of our reparations and the mental toll on those who were conscripted cannot be ignored. It's taken half a year for us to get to the point where life's finally starting to go back to normal too. Indeed, people are still focused on securing their own livelihoods. Of course, that's just your average Erebonian's take on the issue, not the government's stance. But neither the government nor His Majesty have cleared things up on that front yet. I've tried asking the military for a statement a few times, but no dice. Now that I'm not surprised by. Still, thanks for the information. I feel like I have a better grasp of the situation now. You're very welcome. Now then, Reen Hot Scoop Schwarzer, why don't you tell me about how your little investigation is going? And don't play dumb. I know all about it. You do? Did they ask you to assist with the search, Vivi? Not quite. See, I first caught wind of it from a fellow reporter a little while back. Don't tell me it was Rex or something. It was just a rumor at that point, but I got right to work trying to corroborate it. I hit up every source I had, from other reporters to fellow Thor's alumni like Edel, Fee, and Monk. Who's Monk again? Eventually, Major Claire realized I was hot on the story. And let's be real, at that point, she didn't really have any options other than reaching out to me herself. So that's how I know. Getting information by being a thorn in everyone's backside. Gotta love it. Well, that's really something. From anyone else, that story would surprise me. But from you, Vivi, I suppose the last thing anyone wants is an uninformed, hearsay-based version of that story getting out. Yeah, the truth version's bad enough. The information was shared with me, too, because I'm helping Vivi out. Unfortunately, I don't think we know any more than you do yet. Yeah, but if we catch word of anything, you'll be the first ones to know. So give us a call if you catch word of anything yourselves. Alright, will do. Lind, the sheer twin and a Thor's graduate. She started a medical internship at St. Ursula after a brief nursing position at the branch campus. Vivi, the Slayer twin and a Thor's graduate. Her passion for always being in the know inspired her to become a journalist for the Imperial Chronicle. It was reassuring to see that Lynn's here, even if it's just by sheer chance. I'm worried about Rex, though. I've never heard from him ever since he left to take photos of the ceremony and the EDF appeared. Knowing him, I'm sure he's running around snapping pictures like his life depends on it, so he's probably fine, but still. Yeah, knowing that little weirdo, he's getting pictures of everyone. Times like this, I realized just how handy it was when we had access to the Round of 7. It sure made gathering information a little easier when we could get in touch remotely no matter where we all were. I can only wonder how Gaius is doing now that he's back in Nord. Oh, he's back in his, home country, huh? Alright, with that, let's go back to, not Mater Park, Leica District and the Catacombs. And just like that, we got the band back together. I guess so. So, any luck gathering info? Yes, now would be a good time to compare what we found. In that case, how about we meet at the cafe inside the department store? Great idea. Let's head there now. Wait, what? Oh, come on!
Am I imagining things?
Is something the matter?
No, it's nothing.
It's a little early, but heck, I'm down for lunch. Forget tea time. How about we take a meal time? William, I think you've eaten enough. More than enough. A call? Representative Regnitz? Greetings, Reen. My apologies for contacting you out of the blue like this. I was wondering if, by chance, you might have met with the rest of Class 7 by now. We did get together with the investigation group in the capital not too long ago, in fact. I take it you have some idea of what's going on with us? Heh, more or less, but not like back when the Intelligence Bureau was under direct control of the government. Man, it's wild we have a direct line to the head of the government, huh? About that, there's a matter of utmost importance I must discuss with you all. Assuming you haven't eaten yet, I'll have to discuss it over lunch. Great timing. Let's all grab a bite together. It'll be our pleasure. Much appreciated. I'll be waiting at the Der Himmel Hotel in the Garnier district. Oh, and please don't feel rushed. I have plenty of time. Alright. Thank you, as always. Representative Regnitz wants to discuss something with us directly. Perhaps he's learned something pertaining to the incident. Either way, I think we can count on something juicy. Der Himmel, right? That's a fancy hotel in the Garnier district. Lunch at a hotel, huh? Consider me pumped. How about you, Eustace? Please, I'm begging you. Don't forget your table manners. Short leash with Milliam, huh? It seems we still have a bit of free time. It'll be best to tie up any loose threads now while we have the chance. Right. This could be a golden opportunity to investigate the Garnier district. Once we're all set, let's head to the hotel. Alright. Oh, hey. Is that Alan? Bridget? Hey, Irene. Fancy running into all of you here. It's been a while, hasn't it? Alan and I were just enjoying some quality time together between one of his missions. Sorry to interrupt. So, does that mean the army has been keeping you busy? Pretty much. The armor division has been stretched thin due to being scaled back. I'm doing everything I can to reduce the load on General Craig and Lieutenant Colonel Ninthart. Still owe them a lot after the war. That's why I volunteered to travel around the Empire to serve as a Panzer soldat drill instructor and work on communications missions. The whole reason I'm in the capital today was to make a report. It's about something that supposedly affects all the divisions. It seems a little shady to me, but we're covering all of our bases just to be safe. What caused you to find it suspicious? I don't think he's allowed to share that. I'm not, but I wouldn't be surprised if you guys end up finding out on your own. Don't be surprised if the Imperial Army reaches out to you when the time comes. Hearing that just makes me more worried about what they have you doing. Even though nobility has been stressed this year with many families reorganizing their territories, my family has been helping coordinate. Father's been so busy that I've had to help him, which means it's even harder for Alan and I to make time to see one another. It helps knowing that we'll finally be able to hold our wedding once things calm down. No shit? I bet that's a motivator. I suppose it's about time you two tied the knot. Congrats again. Thanks, man. I finally feel like a man worthy of being by Bridget's side after leaving the war behind. I don't plan on letting that change between now and the big day. Oh, Alan. Hey, Reen. I heard you had a hand in that one development project. Oh, you know about that? I was out to help because I was an awakener. Still confidential, so I can't share too much. You might need your help someday, though. Not like it's got anything to do with this current mess anyway. The current investigation takes precedent, but there's no reason we can't look forward to your help if something comes up. Yeah, understood. I might have to ask for your help somewhere down the road. I know I can count on you when the time comes. There were trying times during the war, but they're in the past now. All I want is to make good memories now. I'll let you and the others know when it's official. I'll be counting on each of you when the time comes. Sounds good. Now this time, let's actually go to the catacombs. Let's see what you guys got. Terra Breaker, faint 100%. Let's or Getlum and unleashes a huge sphere powerful enough to smash even stars. Ultimate Barrier, physical immunity. Valiant Cannon, strength defense down for 4 turns. Megaton Press, delay and movement down for 4 turns, and Cattle Bulg M, faint 60%, balance down 100% for 2 turns. Alias Saber 2, seal 100%. Arc Slicer, ATS, ADF down for 3 turns. Pressure Sword 2, delay +4, freeze 50% of key to 100%. Platinum Shield 2, complete immunity, restores 20% HP for 2 turns. Oh, I think that part's new. Nice. And then Elliot's got his Recovery S-Craft. Restores all HP, cures KO. HP 50% for 2 turns at 200 CP. Oh, that also now gives a CP, like a impassioned buff for 3 turns. Nice. Detect. Holy Song restores 35% HP. Blue Ontario Sleep and Mute. Nocturnal Bell 2. Nightmare 60%. ADF down large for 4 turns. Wow, nice. Sapphire Symphony, 70% damage reduction and a 30% HP restoration. Strength, ATS, and speed up slightly for 2 turns. Damage plus 30% for 8 turns. 90% damage reduction for 8 turns. Nice. Okay. Let's subdue it. Let's get rid of this thing. Here we go, everyone. Yeah, roger that.
This one might be worth my time.
Oh, okay. What are we looking at here? Time weakness. Shadow and Afterglow Vessel. Weak to Mutant. Okay. Well, let's deal with you then. Ow.
Engaging. Switching out.
Leave it to me.
Oh, got the higher elements at play and banish stuff. Okay, that's not gonna be
Arcus
fun.
activate.
Do you have... I just read it, I should know. I'll try Elliot.
Would you mind?
I'll do my best.
Ah, yeah, Sleep Mute, okay. Go for it.
Good night.
Go for a little defense.
Resonate. Sephiral Symphony.
Sure.
Alright. Have fun with the mesh.
Time to paint this town red. Gotcha! You go! Not a bad trick, huh?
Time to feel the Reaper.
Eat this! It's the last call. Sinner's Reverie!
Hey, yo, here comes danger up in this club.
eternally flowing. Form is emptiness. Emptiness is form. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh.
And one more for good measure.
Breaking Dawn!
Alright, yeah, that's probably not good. Well, this ought to hurt, though. How many times have I been teaching this lesson, Spirit?
Last call! Sinner's Reverie!
Not bad.
Powering up!
Nice.
Yeah!
Okay, good.
Leave it to me.
And Eustace go next. Nice. Alright. Have fun.
On your knees!
Get on your knees and tell me you love me.
They're open!
Keep it up!
I thought that somehow missed.
Wait!
Nice. Summon Reverie. Oh.
Wait! It's down!
Not having fun, are you?
Got it!
Now!
Ooh, Silver Thorn. Go for it, Elliot. Oh, man.
Strengthening!
Huh?
Nice.
Yeah!
I do not have an AP, do I? Alright, believe you do. Elise.
Sorry, take over!
Put my best foot forward.
Nice.
There!
Ow. Oh,
Let's go!
wait, doing that, like, cost him a lot of HP. Let's start going in a little
Light
bit.
the way! Noble Arm! This'll be fun!
You better will. Time to go all out.
All for one, and one for all! Everyone, go!
I'm up!
Alright, enough of that.
Crimson Flash! It's down! It's mine!
Well, let's bring the last party member in.
Would you mind? Let's go, Lemmy.
Need a shooting galleon fort. Well, let's give you a second chance, Milliam.
Lemmy, times 2. Transform.
Go, Gadget, mallet and ball.
It's my turn.
Nice. Alright.
They're open!
An opening.
Numbers up!
Alright.
You're mine! It's down! Got it!
Oh,
I'm up.
almost done. Can't tell if that's HP or CP.
Ha!
Okay, it's dead though. Doesn't matter. That was not as bad as I thought it would be.
All right. Nice work, team.
Green, Ash, and Altina leveled up.
Nice. That'll do it.
Nice!
Stats updated.
Good work, everyone. Oh, I'm glad things worked out. Yeah, talk about one tough cookie. And it feels like the atmosphere around here is calming down. Now that you mention it, indeed. Then the apparition was the source of the problems down here. That seems like a safe conclusion. I imagine the rest of the monsters will leave as time goes on. Bada boom, problem solved.
You know, I may have underestimated your skills, Elise. You've gotten so strong. Stronger than I ever could have imagined. As your big brother, I'll always be fussing over you at least a little.
Only a little. Shut up.
But now I know I can absolutely trust you to have my back.
You mean it?
Aw.
I'm so happy to hear you say that.
Pretty candid of you there, Schwarzer. That just goes to show how much Elise's resolve got through to him. Yep. Now then, we've cleared up the case of that creepy voice. Let's head back up and let Dorothy know what happened here. I never expected something like that to appear down there. Thank you so much, Reen. Don't mention it. We're glad we could help. I still wonder what could have caused a spiritual being like that to appear. That's a good question. I know strange monsters and devils appeared across the Empire during the last two wars, but why now of all times? And there's not just this incident. A magic knight appeared in Ymir recently as well. We still don't know what caused it. I'm convinced that something is happening just below Erebonia's surface again, at least. Great. Can't this country take a vacation from all the crazy supernatural crap for once? The Empire does have a history with this kind of thing. Ugh. It was a lot of those otherworldly devils that appeared during the Great Twilight. I recall the ones we fought the last day all attempting to absorb large amounts of power. In fact, their appearance may have something to do with the holy beast of Earth. What's happening now is likely caused by something much different, but it's hard to ignore how similar the outcomes are. In any case, we don't have enough information to draw a conclusion as things stand. We should continue focusing on the investigation in front of us like we have been. I agree. We're not going to find a solution by rushing through the problem. You can say that again. Oh, would you take this? Consider it a token of gratitude. We won't be needing to compensate the guild thanks to your help after all. Hopefully, it will prove useful during your investigation. Cold hard cash does normally prove useful, yes. Thanks, Dorothy. We appreciate it. And before you go, could I interest you in a few copies of the new book I mentioned earlier? It's the third volume of the romance series I poured my blood, sweat, and tears into. Love Song in the Autumn Rain. What temptations await the pair of young men after overcoming so many trials? The way you're into stuff like that is almost cult-like, and it terrifies the crap out of me. I'd go on, but saying any more would be spoilers. Well, we wouldn't want that to happen now, would we? And besides, I'd rather support you by purchasing it for myself at a bookstore. You make a good point. In that case, I'll be looking forward to hearing your thoughts when you buy it for yourself and give it a read. Especially you, Ash. Oh, hell no! I expect Ash's spiciest essay to date. That'll be something. RP increased by 5. Oh, right, I forgot to check this. Whoops. Warrant Officer Allen, a soldier in the Imperial Army's 4th Armored Division and a Thor's graduate. He currently works as an aide to Lieutenant Colonel Ninthart. To pay back the people he troubled during the war, Allen carves time out of his schedule to travel the nation as an instructor on piloting Panzer Soldats. Bridget, a kind noblewoman and a Thor's graduate. She and Allen fell in love as students, and through thick and thin, their love has continued to persevere. Although Allen and Bridget haven't seen one another much, Bridget is more inspired to keep up with their upcoming wedding plans than ever. And Dorothy. Dorothy requests fellow Literature Club member Ash feedback on the 3rd volume of her romance series, to which he replies, oh hell no. Alright, time to go to the Garnier District. Heimdall Garnier District. Oh, yep.
I don't sense anyone following me now. So why did I sense it before?
Did something happen, Reen?
The jewelry they got inside these babies is always so pretty. Pretty enough to buy for me. Right, you sis?
Ask me again in a decade.
You got it, Sugar Daddy.
Don't call her
I'm gonna
that.
hold you to it. Just don't go broke so you can splurge on me.
Don't.
You're ridiculous.
The way they interact is so sweet.
We're calling the term sugar daddy sweet now. And also I meant to say him, that, not her, obviously, but... God damn it. The relationship is heartwarming in a way, especially after what happened to Melium in previous games. Guess we'll head into the hotel yet then. I don't see Nadia and Lapis, so... We're scheduled to have lunch with Representative Regnitz at this hotel. We still have some time to spare, but I wonder if we should head in early. Entering the hotel will cause the main story to advance. Heimdall will become inaccessible, as will any sub-events yet to be seen. I'll save just in case, but I'm pretty sure we've gotten everything. Alright, let's head in.
Thank you for coming.
Representative Regnitz.
Not at all. Thank you for inviting us.
Oh. Hey, Alfin. Alfin Reyes Arnor, I don't know.
I'm so happy I get to see your faces again.
Your Highness.
What brings you here, Your Highness? I should very much be asking you the same thing.
Communication is always key, guys.
All this, and you're being forced to place yourself in harm's way for my brother.
No one's forcing anyone.
I'm so sorry for not consulting you first. Yes, as you ought to be. I'm your best friend. I could have thanked you much sooner, Elise, had you not kept this a secret from me.
You and that playful side of you, Alfin.
And you won't stop me? Stop you? Heaven forbid. As soon as Representative Regnitz informed me of the details, I chose to accompany him of my own volition. I cannot bear to ignore a matter that involves my family. So please, let me do my part. Let me be part of your team.
Sure, but what about the whole part of, like, needing to keep this secret and keeping up appearances and such?
I'd like that very much.
You've always been a part of the team, Your Highness.
Well, this has come to a fine resolution, but it won't do to begin discussions on an empty stomach.
Hear, hear.
Why don't we have some lunch first?
You won't hear any objections from me.
I could definitely use a bite.
That really hits a spot. I can barely believe you finished it all. Your stomach really is a void. I'd like to see who can eat more between you and Maya. I can't blame you, though. The quality of a first-class hotel's food is not to be underestimated. Yeah, I didn't think I'd get to come to a place like this on my food tour. You must have really, really liked it too, Teely. You ate a ton. Well, I'm a growing girl just as much as you. Well, I'm glad you both enjoyed it. Now we all get down to business then. First, I want to discuss the disappearance of the prince and the new princess. With what we have now, we believe it to be the work of a terrorist who goes by C. I wish we could say more about them, but I'm afraid we know very little. Just that they're the leader of a so-called Reborn Imperial Liberation Front. They also look slightly different from the C we dealt with in the past. Speaking of which, I'd like your take on that matter, Reen. Do you believe the new C and the original C are one and the same? I'll admit I haven't been able to get in touch with Crow to confirm for sure. But I'm convinced that no, they are not the same person. I was thinking the same. This new one has mimicked the original style in their statement, but I think Crow has left those days behind for good. It's a relief to hear you feel that way. Seems like a safe bet, yeah. As for the contents of their statement, they referred directly to His Highness. Our first target was the foolish prince and his wings, now bound to inaction. That does make it quite clear that they were responsible for the abduction. I would assume wings refers to the courageous. Vast as the Empire is, how they're able to keep a ship of that size hidden from sight is quite the mystery in itself. Yeah, it might have stealth capabilities, but that can only go so far on its own. It's impressive they managed to keep its location from the intelligence division, even if it isn't at its former size. Me and Tilly are still in it, though. So, you heard any new statements from C? I'm afraid not. That's the only one. We've been trying to investigate this matter as best we can, but our foe is quite cunning. They won't let themselves be caught so easily. If only. Given the nature of this crime, we'll need to be exceptionally covert during our investigation. But naturally, the government cannot and will not leave this case unsolved. You will have our full backing however you choose to go about this. If you're in need of the military police's assistance, you need only ask. Thank you, Your Excellency. Next, I'd like to discuss my primary reason for summoning you here. Would that be the information you said you wanted to share when you called? That it would. This information was given to me by General Van Dyke, but Princess Alphen and Lise have also verified it with their own experiences. Their own experiences? Really? Does this relate to the thing you were concerned about when we met up with Elliot? Yes, it does. Allow me to explain. The students of St. Asteria come from many a different background. We have many with family in the military, including officers and generals. That in itself isn't a problem. What is that many of these military family members have been reportedly acting strangely of late. In what way? I remember hearing rumors about that when I was at the school too. Most of them are seemingly reformist and young officers who idolize the late Chancellor. Ah, great. What is with everyone and sucking up to him anyway? It's as if they refuse to settle back into normality after the war's end. They're still addressing others with deep aggression and are clearly very unhappy with the current state of the Empire. But the thing that concerns us most of all is their reaction to Crossbell's reoccupation. Let me guess, hip hip hooray? They aren't at all angry with the idea of a united nation. It's the opposite, in fact. They're in full support of it. That is not good. That's an understatement. What utter insanity. The success of United Nation would also mean the end of Erebonia. Precisely. I am a reformist, but supporting such an extreme concept is nothing short of baffling to me. According to General Van Dyke, some of them have been showing worrying signs of plotting something in light of this. Exactly what that something is in detail has yet to be confirmed. That kind of ties up with what me, Eustace, and Elliot found out too. Yeah. Oh, could you tell me what you discovered? The group shared their findings with Representative Regnitz. Soldiers holding covert meetings in the city and large amounts of supplies disappearing. It wouldn't surprise me if members of the army were defecting to the Ebon Defense Force. I think we need to look into potential points of contact between them. Agreed. I think we got a cleaner picture of what's been going on here after sharing all we know. If we put the pieces we currently have together, the muck and the mire that gathers in the Vermilion City from C's statement refers to defecting members of the army. That makes sense. The statement did mention it would see those who supported the United Nation pay for their crimes. Guess it's all fallen into place then. If there really are rebels in the army, and punishing them is C's goal, then who we find first doesn't really matter, because the other will be there. How convenient for us. Yeah, sure is. I'm glad I was able to help put you on the right track. Last 7 always comes through in the end. Your Highness? Pardon me, you don't have to worry. I'm hardly the only one for whom life is difficult right now. I'm sure that if I were to ask you to rest, you wouldn't listen. But please, at least be a little gentler to yourself, Your Highness. But the great mental burden of not knowing whether family is safe and well is not to be underestimated. Them being missing also means you have to carry on with the work that would normally be given to them. You're going through too much for one to handle right now. If you are feeling at all unwell, we would like for you to consider taking some time off. I couldn't possibly. I'm in full agreement. Taking care of yourself is as much a part of your duties as working. While you do that, we'll see to it these crimes are solved. You have our word. I'll do what I can in your stead, and I will see that Prince Olivert and Lady Sherazard are brought home as soon as possible. You can put your trust in us. I suppose you're right. Perhaps resting is as much a part of my duties as well.
My heart is breaking for you, Your Highness. No one should have to handle a burden like this alone.
Rean? You're staring.
Oh, I'm sorry. That wasn't my intention.
It wasn't my intention to scold you either.
Oh, why do I get a feeling your flirtatious side is about to pop up now?
I'm well aware that you're being considerate of my feelings, and I appreciate it.
Okay, I was wrong.
I'm glad.
And you won't have to worry, Your Excellency. We're still not sure exactly how the situation stands in Crossbell, but I'm sure Machias is just fine. I concur. It'll take more than this to make him lose heart. Thank you both. I've also put similar faith in my son. I'm sure he's doing everything he can on the inside to see justice prevail. As are Elisa and Toa. I think we all feel the same way. They ain't got nothing to worry about as long as they have Super Maid with them. Super Maid. And we're a whole super crew, so if they got things covered, then so do we. That's right. Thank you all for your time. I'm glad we could exchange information. It was a very worthwhile meeting. Well, we ought to make our way back to the palace. Be careful on your journey, everyone. And I'm counting on you, Elise. Thank you, Your Highness. Good luck. I'm always available if you need to get in touch. Should we get going too, then? Yes, let's. Princess Alphen Rice Honor, the crown jewel of Erebonia as its adored princess and a student of St. Australia Girls' School. She has developed deep bonds with new and old Class 7. Something feels strange. Choosing to continue will cause the main story to advance. It will also not be possible to go any further in Reen's story for a brief period. Alright, let's see what's waiting us. Is something wrong? It's probably nothing. I just got in a weird feeling. It feels like something is in my pocket that wasn't there before. What? Someone reverse pickpocket me? What in the weird glass shard is that? What is this? Huh? That's a weird looking mirror. Since when did you carry one of those around? Since never. This isn't mine. It just ended up in my pocket somehow. Are you certain? I doubt anyone could slip something into your pocket without you noticing. Yeah, nothing gets by you, Reen. I don't have a clue how this got there, but there has to be a reason behind it. Though I can't imagine it connects in any way to the princess' disappearance or what's happening in Crossbell. I can't very well do nothing, but I don't have a clue what to do with it. And it looks like I'm somehow trapped in this hotel until I move on in another story. Alright, and with that, this seems like a good place to leave things off for now, so thanks for watching, and until I rove into a universe near you, God bless, have a good one.